best thing on here. I don't know if you took me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. Talking and telling me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Let it keep right, champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my death for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you gon' see me buckle, I've been in the field. The end of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on it. Out top, I don't really stand opponents, it's mine. The moment is, run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. On game, I got some, skill is by one, y'all done, they came in the coffin. Referee screen recipe, so think twice if you next to me. It's West. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies. I'm good with addition, I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific. That's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the day with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Shh. No, I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never snitch, no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you're talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. Talking and hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion.
It's Monday, guys. We here to talk about football, sports, and whatever activity is on your mind. Guys, we got a Super Bowl set. I don't know if y'all know it. I don't know if y'all really like it or care. And I know there's one team right now, the Chiefs, they're going for a record. Let's be honest, they are going for a record of winning 3 Super Bowls in a row. Can it happen? I don't know. But you got a lot of individuals cheering against them. You know, I was texting my partner earlier today, who was kind of talking about it. And he was telling me about, some of the things that needs to be done in order for them to win. And one of them is they got to stop the run. So let's get into it. The first game, the Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, that game was bad. And it got bad early. Let's call them keep it real. They got bad early. I mean, Philadelphia just ran up and down the field on them. Saquon Barkley looked like the real MVP. And Jalen Hurts didn't do too bad himself. He got him a couple touchdowns as far as on the ground and one in the air. So I think if Jalen could play like it, the Kansas City the Super Bowl game could be very competitive. Of course, I know Jalen's a little banged up, but he got a couple weeks to get himself together. So that's the positive, you know what I'm saying? It's back to 2 weeks. Remember, I used to be like a week away for a while. But now they got 2 weeks in between, so they got the little flag football game / Pro Bowl and all those activities. So with Jalen getting these couple weeks to heal up, get his knee together, get it back, in some type of somewhat playing condition and shape, because he didn't look too bad yesterday. Now I'm sure they probably shot him up with plenty of painkiller and everything else that they need to do to get him on their field, because they know when to go home. Like a famous movie boxer once said, Apollo Creed, there is no tomorrow. He told Rocky, there is no tomorrow. So Jalen Hurts said, hey, I got to shit to get out the pot. Either way, this could be the last. This could be the last. So I got to go out there and just give it my all. I can't rely on a backup quarterback to come in there and help me out. No, I can't do that. I got to lead my team to the promised land, just like I've done throughout the regular season. I got to continue to do what I got to do. Big brother, what's going on now? I'm glad to see you here. But with that being said, guys, hopefully as y'all come in, y'all do me a solid, hit that like button for me. Hopefully y'all all subscribers. If you're not, shame on you. But I really appreciate if y'all hit that like button and make sure you drop a comment or two in the chat. You know, good fan engagement is always good. Let me know what y'all thought about the playoffs. Let me know what y'all thought about the Super Bowl matchups that we have now. Once Detroit lost, I kind of had a feeling Philadelphia was going to be the team. And I like this matchup. Look, the last time, I think it was a couple years ago, we had this Super Bowl matchup between the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I thought it was a great game. I thought Philly should have won. But that one turnover that Jalen made through an interception, was it an interception or a fumble? What was the turnover, regardless? That really hurt him. It really did. Now, if Jalen could do what he did against against the Commanders, let me say that. Let's be correct. Against the Commanders, a turnover-free game, and run the ball the way they did, Kansas City's in it for a long night. But if they're out there turning that ball over, not taking care of that ball, not doing what they need to do, I mean, you got to play penalty-free ball when you play against Kansas City. You can't be out there just making mistakes after mistakes and think you're going to get away with a win. This ain't the team. This ain't the team. This team is disciplined, going to take care of the ball, and they're going to do what they got to do to win. And that's how Kansas City got in this game. The little things they had to do to win. Kansas was able to accomplish it. Now, was there some controversial calls in that game? Yes, it was. It seems like there's always some controversial calls whenever them Kansas City Chiefs playing. But guys, if you go in there and know that, then you got to be playing spot on ball. You got to be playing perfect ball, turnover free ball. Make sure you take care of the ball. Make sure you get out and take advantage of the opportunities. And if you do create turnovers against the Kansas Chiefs, you got to capitalize on them. And part of capitalize on is not just kicking field goals. That's not going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to go and let you know. I picked the Chiefs where they was going to be playing in Detroit in the Super Bowl. And I'm still picking the Chiefs now. I'm not just going to change. They got that championship experience. You got a lot of veterans who've been there before, twice already, won Super Bowl. They know what it takes to get to that point. They know what it takes to win. They know how to prepare. They know how to get it together. Philadelphia, they know too. But what they don't know how to do is what Kansas City Chiefs have been doing a lot of, and that's winning it. Been grinding the way the Eagles' defensive line has been playing for the last 2 months. They look unbeatable. I'm saying 2-16. I could agree with that. They look good out there. They definitely look good. But you know what the problem is? You can't just be looking good. You got to be looking great. You're going against the two-time defending champs. And with that being said, you got to make sure you're on par. You can't be out there just going through the motions. You got to be on point when you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Guys, again, do me a favor and make sure y'all guys hit that like button for me. But when you're playing against the Kansas Chiefs, you have to be on par. You have to be on your P's and Q's. Like I was telling Taylor, man, look, if Philadelphia want to take advantage of their chance to win, they got to run the ball and not have turnovers. Jalen's got to be on point. Jalen has to be on point. When my man come back and say, he said, I was just saying, because I've never picked against the Chiefs until somebody beats them and Tom Brady is retired. So, I mean, that's a fact. Look, there's only two quarterbacks that has beat this man in the playoffs. And like you said, one of them's retired. The other one didn't make the playoff. So with that being said, is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't think so. My money's on the Chiefs, man. My money's on Chiefs to get history. My money is on Chiefs to get that 3-peat. That's why if I was a betting on this game, that's where I put my money at. I don't see another team beating them. I think Philly gonna make it a good game. Same way it was before. But it's just not gonna be enough. And that's gonna be the dilemma. It's just not gonna be enough. Not this season. They go for history. It's a great storyline. Never been done in NFL history. The last time we ever had a 3-peat was when? The Lakers. That was it. The last franchise, a pro franchise to went back to back to back is the Lakers. RIP to Kobe. 5 years ago, yesterday, man, it's the anniversary of his death. But that's the last franchise, last pro sport team to do that. Guess who I think is going to do it again? Kansas. 2 weeks from now, I think the Kansas City Chiefs will be celebrating the 3-peat. Rothstein said, honestly, the only way the Eagles can win if they injure Mahomes, take that 15-yard penalty, knock his lights out. Yeah. Look, you don't want to do that. That's not how you want things to go down. You definitely don't want that to be the reason or the case. But with that being said, you just got to make sure you on your P's and Q's. You got to make sure you're on point, man, when you play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Because Patrick Mahomes going to come with his A game. Hands down. He's going to come with his A game. It won't be no him being off, him not taking of it. Man, he's going to be on point. Look, I remember last season, I'm thinking his brother got in trouble. It was a distraction. His dad was in trouble. It was a distraction. Oh, man, Patrick Mahomes ain't going to be on point. You think that fazed him? Nah. He said, ain't got nothing to do with me. What's what they going through right now? Got to do with me and the Kansas City Chiefs? Nothing. I'm out here to take care of business. I'm out here to get my ring. That's what I'm out here. I ain't out here to talk about my dad's alcoholic ways and alcoholism and his issues and his problems and his disease he's dealing with. That's not what I'm not here to talk about my brother getting locked up, getting hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? Him acting the fool, acting the donkey. up in the stands throwing beer. I'm not with that. I ain't my woman throwing beer. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm here for? I'm here to collect that money, get this bonus and that ring. That's what I'm here for. So with that being said, it wasn't even a problem. It wasn't even a factor for him. Didn't even blink. Went down there, took care of business last season, and won that thing. Now, was last season probably the most vulnerable Patrick Mahomes? Yes, it was. This season, I don't know, man. It seemed like they was vulnerable all season. They wasn't blowing people out like that. Not like it was when they won their first Super Bowl. They were just killing cats. Not this season. And guess what? They lost the least amount of games. And every game was damn near close. Within a touchdown. Everything was damn near in a touchdown. He had a couple of games that was lopsided. But 90% of the games was close. Even against teams like the Raiders. And they trash. They trash. I'm just saying. You got to keep that in mind. So look at this guy. Look at this guy right. He killed me. I ain't see him, heard him all see. Now you gonna talk about the damn Kansas City Chiefs. My stepson. What's wrong with it? It's good to see you. I'm glad to know you're healthy and you're well. Hopefully everything's going good on stage. Shout out to the comedian. I ain't got to say it all day. You know what I'm talking about. He says, when you won the first time, they were down big every game. Remember, 24-0 start. Pitiful, man. Look at him, man. Hey, he's supposed to have that feeling. He's supposed to be feeling good about his squad. That's his team. I don't blame him. I'm hoping my team could celebrate like this. I'm hoping my team could be the next franchise to win 3 Super Bowls. First, we got to win another one. I'm sick of losing. Hopefully this coaching change helped us. But that's a conversation we're going to talk about next week. It's good to know everything's good. My team is the Bears, the greatest team in NFL history. And we are taking L's after L's. We're losing right now. But I feel the tide is going to turn. I'm hoping. That my fingers crossed. I'm just saying, man. Look, something got to give. Something got to give. I'm sick of losing. Shout out to my stepson for stopping through. But with that being said, let me say this. I won't see Patrick Mahomes do it. I won't see Patrick Mahomes get this record. I've been saying it all season. He's going to win his third one. I mean, not his third one, but 3 in a row. Now, this is the thing about it. This is going to be the key with Kansas City. Is this going to be the end? After this season, you could have a coaching change. After this season, you could lose one of your best and all-time leading receiver in KC history. Andy Reid could be retired. Travis Kelce could be retired. There was some talk about it last season. Now, I didn't think it was going to happen because the opportunity to create history and get that third Super Bowl first time in NFL history, be the guy to do it, the coach to do it, and the team to do it. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought he'd at least come back for one more season. but this could be his last. Why not go out on top? Huh? Come on now. Don't start this. Don't start this. He talking about 4. He ain't got the 3-peat yet. He talking about 4-peat. Oh, we doing too much. We doing too goddamn much. Look at this. He said 5-peat. Ain't no need of playing games. Y'all know what it is. He done lost his goddamn mind. Hey, I can't blame, man. If we can, we can. Look, I like Rashee Rice. I had him in my fantasy football league. I hated he went out like that. He'll be back. But like I said, Travis Kelce leading all-time leading receiver in the Kansas City Chiefs history. Yeah, if he retires, that's going to be a loss. I know you're able to cipher through a variety of receivers. That's okay, cool. You can find a good receiver. It's a dime a dozen, right? I mean, for what that Patrick Mahomes needs for, he don't need the best of the best receiver. He just needs an efficient receiver. Guy, you get open, catch the ball. That's all I need you to do. You see what he did with Tyreek Hill. He won with him, then he casted him off. Oh, well, Tyreek chose to leave for the bigger paycheck. And Tyreek ain't been happy ever since. I'm just saying. But he's had a Hall of Fame tight end. He hadn't had his whole career. A good tight end is hard to find. One that could block a little bit and catch. And it's a mismatch nightmare. Those are not, those don't fall off the tree. They don't come from anywhere. You got to get lucky and blessed to have some of those guys. They just not there like that. Even the ones who they consider first round type, what's that, can't miss type tight ends, they don't pan out. Look, let me tell you one. Pitts from the Atlanta Falcons. Bust. I've been saying that ever since his second year. He's a bust. First year, I'm gonna give him a pass. He did have a decent one. Matt Ryan was his quarterback. So he had his best career year, his rookie year, but ain't done since then. So I think he be going to his 4th year next year. They got to make a decision. Are you going to pay him? Is he going to be worth what you're going to paying him? He's definitely not a franchise type tight end. He's just an average tight end. He's not like the top 5 in the league. He's not even a top. He's not. Look, let's be honest. I only take it in the top 10. If we look at his stats, I bet they not top 10 type tight end stats. We seen better. He's definitely not worth the first round pick that he was picked in. He's not getting that type of stats. A good tight end's hard to find, man. They really are. And if you lose him because he's retired, man, I bet you Patrick gonna be upset about that. He's like, man, what we gonna do? Now you got another one named Gray. He's I don't know. He doesn't really get a lot of opportunities. So I can't really judge on him just right now, right? But what he's in his limited time and his limited opportunities, he's been doing pretty good. He's been doing. Let me say that he's been doing all right. J-Dub said, Kyle Pitts is on the wrong squad. Oh, is that what it is? I'm not going to fight you. That could be the case. If he was with somebody like Patrick Mahomes, maybe he could be a all-American tight end, Pro Bowl type tight end, all-star type tight end. Maybe he could. Maybe Kansas City need to go knocking at the door, see what the temperature is up down there in Atlanta. See if they be willing to part with this man. Maybe for a 4th or 5th round pick. That'd be cheap if it pans out. Let me say this: Kansas been known to make some good deals. They got Hopkins for the cheap. They got Hollywood Brown for the cheap. They even trying to halfway rekindle Juju Smith-Schuster's his career, and he's terrible. My man Jay Doug said he probably could benefit with Cal. I wouldn't doubt it. Jay Dub, I definitely wouldn't doubt he would. He could. I tell you this, he'd be coached up well. He goes to Kansas City, and if Andy Reid is still there, and I'm gonna say it again, that's if Andy Reid is still there. I look. I wouldn't be surprised if Andy Reid retires after this. After the Super Bowl, you wouldn't hear about a week later, I'm stepping down. I wouldn't be surprised we hear that comment from Andy Reid. Guys, do me a favor. If y'all haven't done yet, please do so and hit that like button. I promise you I greatly appreciate it. I promise you I do. But I wouldn't be surprised if Andy said, man, this is it for me. I'm ready to hang up my whistle. I wouldn't be surprised. So that would definitely change the trajectory of Kansas City Chiefs team if Andy Reid was there and Travis retired at the same time. But with that being said, let me get to it. We got a $10 super chat for one of my biggest haters on this side of the Mississippi. His name is Big Ant 11. He comes through with some more hate. He said the refs cheated for Kansas City. Let's be honest. Eagles took the win. Makes me makes me want to dust my pads off and play. And you better sit your old ass down. Your ass get popped one time. You're gonna be more than retired from the military. You might be retired from life. I'm just saying, brother. Don't be no fool now. Don't get out there and see them young dudes running around. Think you can get out there too. Think you still got a game or two left in your old ass. You better sit down beside me. That's what you better do. Sip on a Corona. But shout out to Big Ant 11 with the $10 super chat. He didn't have to. He chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. Not only thank you for that, thank you for your service. I promise you it's well appreciated. But with that being said, man, look, let me say this. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to get it. Patrick Mahomes is going to get number 3. Let me say this. 3 in a row. I think it'll be number 4 for him all time. And that's saying something. Speaking of somebody missing that I ain't seen in a long time, this guy right here. He said, what up, though, Hank? I mean, JT, where you been? I mean, the last time you seen your team was winning. Now you're in the same boat we are on the outside looking in. Now you come around. Boy, I tell you what, these brothers get real shady. I ain't seen world class. He ain't talking about his Baltimore Ravens and Super Bowl MVP and this and that. King Henry, I ain't heard none of that. I ain't seen JT talk. He was one of the. Now I bet you what. I'm telling you what he's doing now. He gonna hung up his little Detroit Lions stuff. Now he got to bring out the Detroit Red Wings, the Detroit Pistons, or maybe the Detroit Tigers when they start playing baseball again. Or maybe he got an arena football team he gonna cheer for in Detroit. I don't know. Then he come back. He said, "It's still Lions Nation." I know that's right. Well, let me say this, JT. I want to thank you and your organization for blessing me with a head coach. Ben Johnson is our new head coach, in case y'all guys did not know it, and y'all been on the rock somewhere. I don't know where you've been at that y'all didn't know we have a new head coach. But I will definitely talk about that next week. While we have the bye week from the from the final game of the post, well, not the final game, damn. From the AFC and NFC championship game to the Super Bowl, we got this crazy ass flag football game in the Pro Bowl. which nobody really gives a damn about. But in the meantime, between time, we are going to talk about the coaches that was hired these past few weeks. And one of those great coaches is Ben Johnson, who is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears, formerly known as the offensive coordinator for your Detroit Lions. He said, I got to get out of there. I'm sick of Detroit. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm always in Chicago. I might as well be the head coach there and I get free tickets. I ain't got to pay for season tickets no more. To no Cubs game. They going to be free. Well, welcome on, Ben Johnson. We welcome you. We'll treat you right. The boys out in Detroit, they don't going to treat you right. We'll treat you right. We'll show you the love and the support that you need. And hopefully you can bring us some lovely hardware like what Kansas City's getting right now and get an opportunity to play for right now. I'm sick of being on the outside looking in. I don't want to be like Detroit. JT said, I'll definitely die hard Detroit everything. I know that's right. Shout out to Detroit. Last time I've been to Detroit, it was a dirty city. But I did have fun. We went to a Detroit Tigers game. He's an asshole. JT, you're not playing by the rules. Now, the part of the rules is if you're going to talk trash to me, you got to at least put it in the super chat. I don't mind you talking bad to me. But if you're going to talk bad to me about my team, you got to put it in the super chat. And you didn't put this in the super chat. Chicago still sucks. Go to hell, JT. I love you. But go to hell. Let's get back to this Detroit sucks shit. Detroit, the last time I was there, I went to a casino, went to a baseball game. It was a family reunion. And so Detroit was a lucky one to host us. And so parts of the downtown was nice, but you went 2 blocks over, it was dirty as hell. It seemed like everything was a projects. I said, let me get up out this city, man. This city ain't shit. This city ain't shit. Let me get up out this city of Detroit. I don't want to come back here no goddamn boat. Take me back home to Kentucky, where my grass is blue. Oh man, shout out to Detroit, man. Shout out to the people of Detroit, man. Good peoples, man. I did have a good time down there. Like I said, we went to a Detroit Tigers game and went to a casino. Didn't win nothing. Now that I think about it, damn, they took my money all the way around. It hotel fees at the casino, they took my money. I mean, they was overly expensive at the Tiger games. I bought, a couple cousins, couple beers, man. I came out $30 for 3 beers. That's before I got my bottle of water. Damn, y'all ain't right, man. My man said, who do you want to win a Super Bowl? Now, boy, this dude ain't shit. Shout out to JT for following the rules of the game. He said, man, look, I'm going to talk shit to you. You're going to take this smoke. Shout out to my boy JT for the $5 super chat. He said, Chicago still's going to suck. I don't care what you say. I don't care what coach you got. I don't care what type of improvements you got. They're going to suck ass. Goddamn. My boy JT ain't shit. But let me say this. Brother, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You didn't have to, but you chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. And not only that, another brother I need to say, thank you for your service. Right on. My man You remember he said, is that how you pronounce it? Jarver? Jarver? Javer? Man, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize, brother. I promise you I do. He said, who you want to win the Super Bowl? My heart wants the Philadelphia Eagles to win because I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a great guy, a great player. I like Saquon Barkley too as a player. But my mind said, hey, don't be no damn fool. You know who's going to win. My heart says Philly, but my mind said, hey, Kansas City Chiefs. So that's who I'm going with. Kansas City Chiefs will win their third in a row. They going to win the Super Bowl. I guarantee in my Charles Barkley voice. Huh? I guarantee. Now, Doris, please don't put no money on because every time I say guarantee, that shit don't come true. Because I'm still waiting on my 13-4 season by the Chicago Bears that they didn't give me because I guarantee you that it didn't happen this season. Maybe next season, but it didn't happen this season. So please, don't put your rent, don't put your water or your gas bill on this. Don't put your house payment on this because I simply gonna get it wrong. Speaking of wrong, this guy right here, this guy Kenny, he was being wrong the other day. Shout out to my brother Kenny, man. Shout out to my brother, man. He was over trying to speak. He was trying to speak truth to them brothers. They just wasn't feeling it. Huh? They just wasn't receiving what my man was saying. Shame on you, Logic. This man was speaking, man, he was speaking truth. But no, we did have some good conversation. We was on Freezy channel, and I caught the tail end of it. Shout out to Freezy. And I caught the tail end of it. And one of the things they was talking about family, kids, and how these kids are different now, how they move and operate. And so we was over having a good conversation. Look, when you got conversations like that, those are conversations that really need to be had. You know, we could talk about the other stuff, the relationship conversation, the this and that, whose fault, women's fault, men's fault. We could talk about all that night and day, 24, 365. But we also need to have them good, wholesome, heartfelt, realistic type conversations, right? Talk about the kids, opportunities, jobs, how to make money, how to do this and how to do that. Those conversations also need to be had, right? We need to have those conversations as well. And so that's pretty much what we had over. Had a good time, you know what I'm saying? It was all good, giving each other a hard time, but you know what I'm saying? It ended in a cordial manner. It was respectful. You know what I'm saying? We act like men should act in a respectful manner. So it was all good, but we just had fun with it. Gave each other a hard time every once in a while. Jokes here, jokes there. You know how we do. Like we're in the barber shop shooting our stuff. You know how it goes. But we had good conversations, man. Conversations that need to be talked about, that need to be had. So that was all good. I loved it. I love it when we had those wholesome, uh, productive type conversations. You know, I'm all for the jokes. I'm all for the getting down, snapping on each other, giving each other a hard time. You know how it goes. I'm all for the conversation about relationships and this and that. But what I'm also too is for the conversation that needs to be had about the more realistic stuff that we have to deal with on a daily basis, and especially conversation that's going to affect the future of our youngins. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. We're gonna look. I know we talk a lot about Kansas City Chiefs, and yes, we are. I'm sure majority of us all know the Kansas City Chiefs are probably favored. And if you look at it, it's a 1.5. So really, it's a pick 'em. Kansas City favored by 1.5 right now. That's what it is. But we also got to talk about Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia is a good team. Let's be honest. With the addition of Saquon Barkley, that really helped him. For some reason, all of a sudden, Saquon Barkley didn't get, he's healthy. He playing at full strength. He's healthy all season. Why? Probably because he got a real line right now, somebody to block for him. He's got a quarterback who's going to keep it honest. You can't stack 8 in the box on this man like he did when he playing for the Giants. He's got real receivers in Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Dallas Goedert as a efficient tight end. So he's got an offense and a good coach. So he's got an offense that he's able to work around and run and really flourish around compared to when he played with the Giants. When the Giants, he was just going out there praying, man, Lord, let me help me get off this field in one piece. That was Saquon Barkley before and after the game. Lord, thank you for allowing me to get off the field in one piece, man. Playing for these Giants, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have to check on my life insurance policy. I gotta make sure it's up to par. Cause man, my fiance might be collecting early on me. They gonna kill me out here. These dudes can't block for shit. I ain't got no over the line. My quarterback's ass and receivers are questionable. I got to get the hell out of here. I got to get the hell out of here. And I know they ain't gonna pay me. They already talked about on Hard Knocks. We not paying him. Shame on them. That's what they get. That man was a legitimate MVP candidate. Got over 2,000 rushing yards. Could have had a record. Let me say that. Should have had a record if he played on that last game, but he chose not to because he wanted to get himself together for his health reason. Why? Now, with that being said, he's running all the way through the playoffs. Jay, don't start this. You need to just you need to retire this slogan. 9 a game from Philly. No, dog. You need to talk about that next season. Just like I gotta say nothing about the Birds or this and that next season. Because right now, we on the outside looking in, brother. we on the outside. We on the outside wishing our team could be in that position. And unfortunately, we ain't not in that position. You know who could say something? The Philly fans and the Chief fans. We can't say crap. I'm just saying, man. It's just unfortunate truth. It's just an unfortunate truth. Let me also say this. We're going to really ramp up the NBA talk. I know we really ain't been doing it, but of course, football's king. Let's be honest. Football is king, and so it's always going to get priority over here because I love football. Sleep, die, wake up, drink football. It is what it is. So it's always going to be a hot topic over here, and we still going to talk about it even during what we consider the off season, because we know there is no off season football. There's always something going on. But we will wrap up with the basketball talk, college as well as NBA. But I just seen something come across my ticker today, and that is my man Jimmy Butler got suspended by the Heat again. Look, man, Jimmy doing all this because he want that payday. He want to get that one last big payday. Jimmy ain't happening. You're long in the tooth and you can't perform in the playoffs. Let me say it for the people in the back who may not heard what I said. Jimmy, you're long in the tooth and you're not performing in the playoffs, brother. And with that being said, they're not going to pay you the money you think you deserve. They're not going to give you that $3 million, $40 million, that 3-year, $40 million contract that you're trying to get to finish out. My man J Dub said, Jimmy Butler to the Bears. A real good look. That's why he's acting the fool now. Let's be honest. That's why he's acting the fool, because he's trying to act the fool all the way out the door. He's hoping he got the fool enough they'll trade him. Some guys don't move. And the guy you got right now, Pat Riley, he's not a fan of you threatening him and all this stuff. You said, we'll sit on this. We'll sit on this and watch you suffer. You ain't bought a championship my way. What makes you think I'm going to give you what you want? Your name ain't Dwayne Wade. You ain't Alonzo Mourning. You ain't Udonis Haslem. You ain't Shaquille O'Neal. You think you're going to do what you want to do and think you're going to get what you want to get your way? No, sir. That's not how it happens. You ain't Harold Miner. You ain't Baby George. Y'all don't remember season. Y'all go too far back now. Y'all go too far back now. Y'all remember that? Huh? Y'all remember that Harold Miner? They used to call him Baby Jordan. He was trash. He played for USC. And just because he could jump, they try to call him Baby Jordan. Man, come on, man. My man Big Ed said, Jimmy to the Lakers. Look here, Big Ed 11. Jimmy be happy about anywhere, go anywhere of all he know. He just ready to get out of Miami. He just ready to get out of Miami. You can probably send Jimmy to the Pistons. He'd be good. He just want that money. Jimmy ain't worried about that. Jimmy ain't gonna get it. Even if he with the Lakers, he ain't gonna get no ring. Gonna have a team full of old heads. And Anthony Davis not even that old, but his body is. He gonna break down like an. Jimmy, Anthony Davis got a body like my old ass, 49 years old. He's still under 30. He's still acting like he can't make it through a whole season without falling apart. He got that biofreeze and that ice hot on call. I'm just saying, man. That's wild. But we're definitely gonna make sure it's gonna really ramp up, especially after the Super Bowl. Let me say that right now. After the Super Bowl, we're really gonna ramp up and talk more about the NBA and college basketball. Because it's been going on, guys. Let's just be honest. I just ain't been talking about it too much. I've been kind of touching on it here and there. Excuse me. But to really get deep dive into it about what's really going on, I haven't been. And so I guess it's been a fault of mine. Shame on me. But like I said, I'm a football guy. I'm a football guy, and I love football. Guys, the other day, I recorded my son's game. I was watching online. He played. They had back-to-back games in Ohio. Unfortunately, they didn't win. My son had a chance to win the game with a 3-point shot at the end, and unfortunately, he missed. Had a good conversation with him after the game. He didn't take it too hard. Look here, man. I'm sick of this dude here. This dude said the most wildest shit ever, man. You need to stop this, Big Ed. He got 11 with the $11 with the $10 super chat. Sorry about that. Big Ed 11 with the $10 super chat. He said this is coming from a guy with a Batman toy in the background. What type of man that has not only the Michael Keaton Batman, he got the Heath Ledger Joker, but he's got the old school 1960 Wild Pow Batman in back. Yes, I do. This is a true statement. That Batman from behind, right there. Matter of fact, let me turn on my bright light. I'm sorry, guys. That Batman is the remake of the 1968 television show of Batman. I forgot what that name was that played Batman at that time. I forgot what his name was. But that is Michael Keaton's Batman from 1989. And that's Heath Ledger, who played in the Batman, I want to say about 2012. He was a Joker. Probably, to me, the best Joker there was, even though he was short-lived. R.I.P. to him. Big Head 11 said, this is sad. Big Head 11, you go to hell. But let me say this. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. You didn't have to, but you chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. I promise you, it's greatly appreciated. And this individual got to let it be known it was a gift from her. Mrs. Hinks says, gift courtesy of Hink's beautiful wife. So, yes, this is true. The Batman, the Joker, as well. There's an old school Batman. All gifts from my wife. Let's see. The Batman and the Joker I got for Christmas. And the other Batman, I don't know. I think it was just a because gift. I don't know if it was my birthday or she might have to say. I don't know what the old school Batman was for. It might have been just because gift. It might have been one of those things just because. You know how some of you dudes ain't lucky. I don't know. Let me stop. Some dudes don't get them just because gifts. You know why you don't get them just because gifts? Because you didn't choose the right woman. Shame on you if you ain't getting no just because gift, just because that woman loves you and appreciates you and wants to show her gratitude, and she just got you something just to be getting you something. It don't have to be something like that, right? It could be, man, I was out eating lunch with the girls and I thought about you and I brought you something home. And not breaking leftovers either. I'm talking about a whole damn meal. See, some of y'all dudes don't have that. Why? Well, y'all made a mistake by choosing the wrong one. That's what it is. I didn't make that mistake. I was blessed. She all right. J-Dub, don't laugh at me. It's not funny. My wife thinks I'm crazy sometimes. I strongly disagree with her. I'm just saying. Hey, man, let's get back to sports. Man, y'all got me talking about this stuff. Look at this shit. It's time for my just because giving. LOL. I'll give you a wish list. Big A, you're not gonna keep talking trash, man. It's not in the super chat, man. You know the rules. Come on, brother. This dude ain't shit, man. This dude ain't shit. Big A 11 says, Miss Zink, tell the truth. Have you ever walked in on Hink laying on the floor playing with Batman and the Joker? And she comes back with this bullshit all the time. Let me say this for y'all. Y'all ain't shit for this. Straight up. Ain't shit. But do me a favor while y'all ain't shit, people who here. Do me a solid and hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, what you waiting on? Court order? do me a solid, hit that like button. I promise you, I greatly appreciate that. But let's continue to talk about this. I like Jimmy Butler. I like his tenacity. I think Jimmy Butler's a good player, but I just think, he's one of those players, man, that could wear you out easily. His welcome could be worn out real fast. It's not like it's something where, he's not gonna be with your franchise for the duration of his career. No, he's not that type of personality. He's one of those personalities. Yeah, after a while, about the 5-year mark, like, okay, it's time to reevaluate this roster. And the first one we're gonna reevaluate is Jimmy Butler's crazy ass. And we got to get him out of here. I'm just saying. My man J Dub said, it's out of real love for you, brother. Well, right on, J Dub. I appreciate you, brother. I promise you I do. Man, look here. I was in the process of trying to figure this AI video creative thing out. Still in the process of trying to figure it out, because there's some little things I want to do with this AI stuff. I'm very intrigued on it. Very intrigued. So I reached out to a couple people, and one individual told me to use this one app, but it wasn't what we consider user friendly. And so in the process of using that, I was on YouTube, and I went to the search bar. Like on YouTube, I use a lot of stuff. And I search up a lot of stuff. That's how I learned how to change a hot water heater. That's how I even got to YouTube, really. Was figuring out how to change a hot water heater, because I was trying to do that at my old spot. No, not my old house, but a rental spot. But yes. So was looking some stuff, and it was called Hotspot or something like that, Hot Shot. And when I tried what they had, it looked bad. The IG the AI they created looked bad, and I'm like, oh god, the people was looking all bad, the face looked deformed. I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't using this. This ain't what I need. This ain't doing what I need. My man Jason McFarland said, HTTE. What is that? Please explain that to me, brother. I don't know what HTTE is. Is that an app? Is that an AI app? I mean, help me out. I'm lost. I'm new to this. I'm trying to learn. I'm out here trying to learn. I'm an old head trying to learn these new ways and new operations and new applications and all that good stuff. I'm not hip. If that's what, or is that just misspelling or something? I don't know. But if you could clarify, I promise you I greatly appreciate it. My man J Dub said, Papa was a Rolling Stone for Jimmy Butler. Wherever he laid his hat was at home. And when he died, all he left was alone. Shout out to the Temptations. Y'all don't know about that. Speaking of music, let me get to it. We got to go and show you my album as well as Funko Pop of the Week. So with that being said, let's tap in.
That's fine till I die.
So, album of the week is All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Funko Pop of the week is a Tupac. Now, if y'all seen it, it's a the Tupac, the Funko Pop is an image of him in the same outfit he's wearing on the album cover, on All Eyes on Me, without the bandana, of course. So that's my Funko Pop of the week, as well as album of the week. Great album, guys. Great album. Got a lot of great songs on there. But trying to get this down, man. Because there's a couple of things I want to do, little images I want to use AI. Want to see if it could allow me to help me create a different style of thumbnails too. So just trying to do that. But hey, let me say this: basement members, basement dwellers, members of the of my channel and my show, if you guys know of any great apps that's user friendly, please let me know. Please let me know, because I'm trying, like I said, trying to work around some things, figure some things out, and see what's up. Because I want to, like I said, I want to continue to bring a different type vibe to you guys, a different type product. But I'll always want to, to have the latest and greatest and most up to date. So with that being said, I want to make sure I better bring that to you guys. And by doing that is, if that's using the latest technology of AI, I want to be able to do that. So with that being said, this guy here, look at it. This guy here, boy, he mean. He's a mean old man. Shout out to Big Ant 11 with the $10 super chat. He said, Tupac is the perfect example of you can't smile and hang with everybody. God damn, what are you saying? Big Ant Atlanta. Big Ant Atlanta, what you saying, brother? What are you? He said, Tupac is a perfect example of you can't smile and hang with everybody. Now, right there, let me say this, just right off what I'm reading with right here, it's a bar. One of the things songs I like to listen to is the OJs. I'm a big OJ fan. I'm OJs is a group in the '60s. I went around when they came through, when they was probably at their peak. I went around. But I got hip to the OJs probably about early '80s. And one of my favorite songs by the OJs is Backstabbers. One of my favorite songs by the OJs is Backstabbers. Now, if you listen to the words of that song, there's a lot of there's a lot of truth in what they're saying in that song, but you got to listen to the words. See, some of you guys don't listen to the word. Y'all just feel the beat. Y'all hear the beat, the sound, and know the catch line of it, But you got to listen to the words. He says, smiling them in your face. All the time, they want to take your place. Those backstabbers. He said, have you ever met someone that you really care? But all the you fellas better beware. Yeah. Somebody's out to take your woman. Don't even they just keep on coming. Get the wrong time to get on the right track. I gotta take some of these knives out my bag. Man, look here, don't get me started. Don't get me started, because I'm telling you, y'all gonna be ready throwing underwears on the stage if I was out there singing, boy. I'm just saying. If I was to get started singing, man. Now, I got a hater. I call her my wife. She be hating on my vocals. Now, I don't know why she, because she know I sound good. She know I do, but for some reason, she be hating on my singing. But like he said, somebody out to get your lady, a few of your buddies, they show looking shady. I'm saying it what he said. The blades are long, clenched in the tightest of fists, aiming straight for your back. And I don't think they'll miss what they do. What they do. Y'all know, y'all heard what he said. He said, what they do. He said, I told you, they smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Those backstabbers. Backstab, man. J-Dub said, she said, don't quit your day job. She don't know no better. I'm the karaoke king. I put cases on all you. King Kong ain't got shit on me. God, I'm just acting crazy now. I mean, you know, look, I'm sipping on my water, feeling good. I'm feeling like my team about to play in the Super Bowl, but my team on the outside looking in. I'm just saying. But hey, look here, let me say this. There's nothing wrong with feeling good, right? Let me tell you why you should feel good. Because you woke. You're able to wake up and see another beautiful day. You ever take a deep breath and feel all the good fresh air in your lungs. I don't care what part of the country you in. You could be unfortunate being in California and losing your home, or you could be out in these snowstorms in some of these southern states and not used to dealing with all this snow and cold weather. You could be there. Or you could be 6 feet deep, right? You could be one of those dudes who didn't wake up this morning. Or one of them chicks who didn't wake up this morning. Or one of them youngins who didn't wake up. But you're not, because you're here with me. So if you're here with me, then we both ahead of the curve. You understand what I'm saying? We above ground. That's a blessing. Don't take that shit for granted. Tomorrow's not promised. We only get one shot at this. Ain't no reset button. Ain't no redo. Ain't no do-over. Once you're gone, you're gone. Shout out to UGK. One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone. Ah, ooh, I know. Let me stop, man, because y'all didn't come to my YouTube channel to hear me sing. But I got to let it be known, man. That's life. That is what it is. Guys, look, let me say this before I go. Next Monday, this is what the show going to be about. Let me go and show y'all the thumbnail. Here it is. NFL head coaches hired in 2025. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about these head coaches that were hired. Now, as y'all know, there's one team been left off because as of right now, the New Orleans Saints has no head coach. I don't know what the hell they waiting on. Maybe they're going to get coach off one of these two staffs. You know, maybe Kellen Moore, you know, he was a candidate for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe he's a candidate for the Saints. Maybe Matt Nagy is going to get a reprieve. Let me say, Saints, if y'all want to win, y'all better hire his ass. Yeah. You better leave him alone. But if you decide to go with him, go with him. That ain't going to do but help our odds and chances of making the playoffs. But we are definitely going to talk about all the coaching hires that was made. You got a couple retreads, and the rest of these guys are new. Shout out to the new guys. Look, I hate seeing retread coaches, man. Even though I was okay about hiring one, I just like to see some of these young cats, man, these new guys get an opportunity, man. That's what I like seeing. That's what I like seeing the new guys come here and get an opportunity chance. And so we'll talk about that more on next Monday. But another thing, we are going to have a show on Wednesday. We're going to get together. Look, my buddy over Grown Man's Talking, great channel, great show. If y'all hadn't had an opportunity to go check that brother out, definitely make sure you do it. And the conversation he had with these ladies and gentlemen was talking about the work wife and work husband. And I'm going to react to the video because these ladies were saying some wild stuff I totally disagree with, at least for the most part. There was one lady that I kind of agree with her, which how she was talking, how that shit's not okay. But the rest of them, they was wild. They see no problem with it. So you know your boy gonna have to have that conversation. And so we're gonna talk about it next week. I mean, this Wednesday. 6:30 we're gonna start. Just in case we have a hump day shenanigans. So we're gonna be over on time for JR and Lapeef Network. But yes, we will have a show on Wednesday. Can't wait to have this conversation. We're gonna react to this clip. Definitely got to talk about it because it's wild stuff. And the people's mindset. And these are people supposed to be married in relationships, and they thinking like this. Yeah, that don't vibe with me. Definitely don't vibe with me. My man J Dub said fresh meat on the yard. Do blood, what you talking about? J Dub, I like when they bring these new guys, give these guys opportunity, man. Because there's a lot of good coaches out there, man. A lot of good sisters, man. They just waiting on their opportunity. And so you can't get the opportunity when you keep bringing these retreads in. But that's a different story. But with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all on Wednesday at 6 p.m. 6:30. Wednesday, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central on Wednesday. But until the next time, I will catch you, brothers. Right on.